Welcome to PyMath. In this video, let's look at a problem that was asked in the Kangaroo Math competition grade 5 and 6 during the year 2024. This is a 5-pointer problem. The problem is shown there as in the screen. The figure shows a beehive with 16 cells. Some of the cells contain honey. The number in each cell indicates how many of its neighboring cells contain honey. Two cells are neighbors if they share a common edge. How many cells in the beehive contain honey? So what is given there is the number of adjacent cells that have honey in them, right? So I'm going to redraw this grid to show number of adjacent cells that does not have honey. The reason why I'm doing that is because some of these numbers are big and we are trying to figure out which of these cells have honey or not have honey, and these numbers are again showing the number of adjacent cells, right? So let's get these numbers to a smaller number so that we can visualize in a different way. So I redrew this grid as shown there, and I'm going to just draw arrows to connect the adjacent cells, right? So you can see these are adjacent cells, these are adjacent cells, these are adjacent cells, these are adjacent cells. So now I redrew the grid. So I want to show the number of adjacent cells that does not have honey. Let's look at this cell. It has how many neighbors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it should have 6 if all of them had honey, but it's showing 4. It means 2 of them do not have honey. So I'm going to put a 2 there. So applying the same approach, so this one is supposed to have 6, but it's having 4, so that's why I'm putting a 2. This one is supposed to have 2 if both of its neighbors have honey, but it's showing 0. It means both of them do not have honey. So applying the same approach, I'm populating the rest of the grid. So I'm done with the grid showing the number of adjacent cells that does not have honey. So compare these two, which showing the adjacent cells with honey and without honey, right? So let's compare the 0. It's an easy one to start with. So both of them does not have honey. So it means both these cells, which are showing 3 and 2, do not have honey. So I'm going to put, and I redrew this grid. So I'm going to join all the edges here to show the adjacent cells. So I'm going to put a no honey in both of them. So on my second easy one is this one, which is showing 0. It means all of them have honey in them. So that's why I'm going to put a H here. And then if you look at the rest of the grid, comparing between which has honey, which does not have honey, you can basically figure out the cells that has honey in them. So this one has honey. Reason is this one is showing us 2. Both 2 of its neighbors have honey, and here it's showing 2. It means 2 of its neighbors have honey. And if you look at this one only one neighbor does not have honey, which is already the one which is having the 2. So that's why it's already the no. No is already taken. So the rest of it should have honey in them. So that's why this one should have honey. This one should have honey. And then applying the same approach, you can determine which of these cells have honey, which one does not have honey. And the final one is this one. And you can check the final N that I put should have only one cell that does not have honey, which is already here, right? So that's why the numbers are aligning when you compare this sketch with number of adjacent cells that has honey, which one does not have honey. So finally we arrived at a drawing where we can just count the number of cells that has honey in them, and then that will be our answer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Thus C is our answer. Hope you like this video. If you like this channel, please subscribe. Thank you for watching.